everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're having a wonderful beginning to October / end of September. I've been getting really into the swing of autumn. I've been cozying up with my books and my seasonal teas and my blankets and my jumpers and my beanies and eating apple, cinnamon, everything. And I haven't had anything pumpkin spiced yet, but I'm sure I will get around to it. I'm a little late with this one, I say that far too often, but today I am sitting down to film my September reading wrap up. September was a great reading month for me. I read a total of 10 books and I enjoyed most, if not all of them, I think. So the first book that I read in the month of September was The Book Thief by Muzak. I gave this a 5 stars and I loved it. I can't believe that it took me as long as it took me to get around to reading this. I think I'm possibly the last person on planet Earth to have picked this up. I'll give you a brief I'll give you a brief synopsis anyway, just in case you haven't heard of it before and don't know what it's about. Basically, it's about a little girl living in Germany during the Second World War, and she is sent to live with a family who are hiding a Jewish man in their basement. It's also narrated by Death, which I found really, really interesting. And I think Death in The Book Thief is turned out to be one of my favourite characters that I've read this year. Thinking about it, I think Death is very possibly one of my favourite characters ever. The next book that I read was All the Birds Singing by Evie Wyld. This is about an Australian woman who is running from something in her past, and she ends up on a British island trying to rebuild her life. The narrative works really well. It's kind of told backwards and it flips to and forth between her current life and her past, and it works backwards to unfold what it is she is running from. And also on the British island that she now lives on, something strange in the woods is killing her sheep. So you've got these two plots together that fit in and work really, really well. It's very kind of psychologically rooted and I really, really enjoyed it. It's quite a creepy read, probably quite a good read for October if you're looking for something to read in the second half of October as we get closer to Halloween. I really, really enjoyed this. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Then in the middle of the month I started my Diversathon TBR. I participated in Diversathon, I think it was from the 12th to the 19th, though I could have got that really wrong. I read 3 separate books as part of that readathon, and I have wrapped them up in a separate video which I'll link down below if you want more detail about these books. The Help, which I gave 5 stars, Snowflower and the Secret Fan, which I gave 4, and The God of Small Things, which I gave 5 stars. Then off the back of that I read the Tibetan Book of the Dead. This was a really quick read, and whilst I understand its importance and its cultural significance, it just didn't do it for me. I kind of had to slog through this, if I'm completely honest.